So I want you to write down on your paper, if you want to keep this private, or in the chat so that we can share with each other. What are the top 3 desires of your future? When you imagine the future, what are those desires that you want? So we have a response here that says serving others, benefiting the earth, bringing activation to others in fun and inspiring ways. So I think a lot of people want to serve others. They want to take their gifts and talents and help other people with their gifts and talents and help boost that up and change the world. I think that's a big one that people think of when they think of the future. Bringing activation to others in fun ways. This one is like being an inspiration, being that inspiration, right? One of the things that I desire for the future is cooperation with like-minded souls. It's a huge one for me, is wanting to work with other people so that we can come together with a like-minded mission and really start making people feel inspired. So another thing that I desire for the future, and I do believe it's happening now, is the expansion of consciousness, of us standing up and going, wow, what's really going on around here? And the more that we can take an active role in being conscious, being metacognitive, we can actually pull ourselves out of victim mentality, victim mindset, of suffering, so that we can take back our power and remember who we are. Another thing is a growth in understanding across people. So when you think about that, you think about people going, I understand you. I might not come from the same background as you, but I respect where you're coming from. And I think the more that we can come together and achieve that desire that a lot of us have, we can begin to create alliances across demographics, and we can actually start to become more conscious. So we have, Dee Dee says, healing, loving my journey regardless, getting unstuck and helping other people unstick. So what I'm hearing in this is being able to use your experiences to share with others how they can get through trials. One of the reasons why we go through trials is so that we have something to say, we have something to speak about, and we can share our trials with other people, which can change their lives. Thank you for that answer. That's a great one. Okay, so you're a thinker and a dreamer, and you manifest amazing things into your life every single day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thinkers and dreamers, let's flex those faculties. Get ready to dive deep. This is what you came for, ladies and gentlemen. So, answer this question. How did your soul get here? Have you ever thought about that? How did your soul get to where you are now? Type it into the chat. Yeah, I love this answer too from Yona. She says, look at other people's energy fields rather than race or gender or politics. I love that high level perspective. And that's what we're diving into now. So we're thinking about the soul and how our soul got here. And I want you thinking about that. I have a response from Sterling. She says that she chose her life before she was born. Now, how many of you have thought about that concept? How many of you have thought of that? Because I would argue that all of us chose certain elements of our lives before we were born. That's an interesting thought. Lydia says, reincarnation to clear karma. What a wonderful response. So when we think about the soul, we think about that thing that animates us, that makes us who we are, that encapsulation of your thoughts, feelings, experiences, that thing that is you, that came from the divine. You're here now having an experience, a physical experience, and that experience allows you to learn and grow. And when you think about karma and you think about releasing karma, we have free will. We get to choose. We get to go into this world, get messy, fall in love, and we get to make all kinds of decisions, and then we get to expand out and grow our consciousness through that. So definitely clearing karma, that's a great answer. So we're going to talk a little bit right now about the journey of the soul. So this is what we're talking about today. It's all about the journey of the soul. So I want to break this down a little bit, and we're going to start with the journey to Earth. So the source is our true spiritual essence, the highest point of light and consciousness. And we slow our vibrational intensity through stages, and these stages form subtle bodies. You'll notice that we come down, we slow into our physical body. And you can see in this image, we have fifth dimension, the spiritual causal plane. We move into the mental plane. and then we move into the physical plane, the third dimension. So bands of energy mold around your physical body in order to assist with integration. So we're coming from source, we're traveling through stages to come to where we are now. There's a journey that your soul makes. So, and then let's talk about the toroidal universe. It's everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. Google toroidal universe. So our human body itself is a toroidal energy field. The torus is the form of flowing energy dynamics at every single scale of existence. It is the blueprint of nature. It exists in every point of creation. Observe atoms, cells, seeds, flowers, trees, animals, humans, planets, galaxies. You get the point, guys. It's everywhere. This is the electromagnetic field that we have around us that creates where we are and how we connect to the world around us. So we need to now talk about cosmic energy. Yeah, we have a comment from the chat that says planets are both telling a story, and if we listen, we are manifesting. Yes, I love this response. Tapping into that connection that we have with the world around us, because we are all divine manifestations of the infinite. Great answer. So talking about cosmic energy, this is a universal term that encompasses all different kinds of words from across different groups of people over time, as I'm sure you guys already know. And what's cool about this is that we've got prana, which is Hindu. We have chi, ki, which is Chinese, Ki, which is Japanese, the Great Spirit, which is Native American, Holy Spirit, which is Christian, Source, the Force. You know, I had to throw Yoda in here. We're talking about cosmic energy. Okay, so I want to give a quote. You can practice Tai Chi Chuan while you are walking, standing, sitting, and laying. The method is to use your mind to circulate the chi and find the feeling. So what we're talking about is this connection to source that we have that flows in our body that we can actually pull in. And this is going back to what our friends were talking about earlier with thinking about the food we put into our bodies and how we're going to use our energy during the day. We have access to source every moment, and how we choose to be able to be conscious of that and then to access that is going to change your life. Deepak Chopra gives us a quote. There has been a revolution in how we perceive the body. What appears to be an object, a three-dimensional anatomical structure, is actually a process, a constant flow of energy and information. So let's recap. You are a finite manifestation of the infinite. Think about that for a second. You're a soul. You are a cosmic being of source energy. Source energy flows through you. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this concept. Your soul exists in the physical realm, or the ether, or the field of infinite potentiality, whatever you want to call this. Source energy is channeled through your body and housed within metaphysical centers, much like other human body systems. So let's talk about that for a second. So we're going to talk about how the soul functions and develops. We can use the term chakra system, which I know is sort of a buzzword, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. It's like any other human body system. So you've got like the cardiovascular system, which circulates oxygen, blood, nutrients through the body. You have your regulatory organs, your heart, your lungs. And the chakra system circulates source energy through the body. And you have your regulatory centers there, which are your chakras, your nodes, which carry the energy through meridians, just as the heart carries blood through blood vessels. Okay, so let's use this comparison. So we have the cardiovascular system, circulates the oxygen and blood through the body using the heart and the lungs. Now you have the chakra system, which circulates source energy through the body through nodes or chakras that carry energy through meridians. So we're going to talk for a second about the chakra system. We've got the root chakra, which is your reproductive system. You've got the sacral chakra, which is your abdomen. You move up into the solar plexus. You've got your digestive system, the heart, obviously the heart, the throat, which is communication, third eye, which is your nervous system, and the crown, which is your metabolism, your DNA, your central nervous system, such as that. So when we go back down into the root, we can talk about this is grounding into your physical experience. When you we talked about your soul coming into existence here on the physical plane, you ground through your root into Mother Earth. Then you move up as you're developing yourself. So now we're talking about soul development. You expand from the root, from feeling grounded and safe, into being able to go into relationships with other people, figure out how you are in relation to others. Then you move up into a place of personal personal power, where now you're trying to decide how you fit into the world around you and what your personal power looks like. When you move up from there, you're actually connecting to your heart space. This is what we do in third dimension, where we are right now in third density. So we are connecting to that heart space, figuring out how we can now share that love with others, which moves us up into our throat chakra. Now, this is communication, and what that means is actually sharing that love with others. Then we move up into being able to see things for what they actually are. This is the third eye chakra, right? So being able to look and say, this is what's going on around me, and then transcending that through the crown and saying, I am a finite manifestation of the infinite, and the divine dwells within me. Oh, it's 2:22. That's cool. So you have a body, guys. So as you know, you have your human body systems. You've got your nervous system, immune system, digestive system, cardiovascular system, musculoskeletal, integumentary. I haven't said that word since nursing school. Wow, that was kind of crazy. Respiratory, endocrine, reproductive, and excretory. So you're in your new physical body. Now what, y'all? You have a mind. So your mind functions and develops through the subconscious, the conscious, and the superconscious. So the subconscious, these are your thoughts and feelings. You come into the earth and you're discovering how you feel and think. Then you step out into the development of your conscious mind. This is becoming aware of how you interact with the world around you. Then you step into the superconscious mind development. This is the actualization of your higher purpose, your higher mission. So I like to compare this to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So you have the physiological needs, which is like air, food, water, shelter. Then you move up into safety and security, which is health, employment, property, family. Move up into love and belongingness. So this is friendship, family, intimacy, connections, how you respond to those things in your life. You move up into self-esteem. So this is confidence, heart-centered love, and then you become self-actualized. Someone asked if chakras spin like a torus, and yes, that's a really great question. I have heard a lot of that, and I've seen a lot of research done about that. So I would agree with you. I can't say from my own personal experience that I know, because I'm not a healer or anything like that, but I've done research into people that have a lot of experience with that, and they do say that chakras spin like that. So that's a really great question, Dee Dee. Thank you for bringing that up. So what I want to bring to your attention right now is that we just talked about 3 different systems, and I want you to consider that these all need to be in balance for a moment. So you have your body, so your body systems. You have your mind, the development of your subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. And then you have your spirit. So this is letting that source energy flow through you. So the balance of these systems is paramount in order to enhance the flow through your journey toward enlightenment. But there's more, guys. So what do the physical, metaphysical, human body systems do? They make you functional within this 3-dimensional plane. So what do you have to do in order to make these systems work? What do you have to do? Nothing, right? They function unconsciously. But what's missing? I wonder if you guys know where I'm headed with this. What's missing? Okay, let's talk about the secret, guys.